Hello, welcome back to another episode of our How to Mental Health video series. I continue to be Sarah Johnson with the Joy Labs, and I am very excited that you're here. Today, we're going to be talking about, if I can advance my slide, asking for help and helping a friend. So, you've heard me say many times already, ask for help when you need it. It's such an important life skill. So I want to talk a little bit about the what, why, how of that. So, when do we need help? We need help when we're trying to do a thing or we're encountering a situation and we don't have the time to do it, right? We need help because we don't have the time to do it, and or the knowledge and skill, like I don't know how to do this thing, and or maybe you don't have the emotional energy. You're just like done, right? That all of the, especially if all three of those things are going on, that's a when we need help to do that thing. Also, if there's a crisis, and for our purposes, I'm going to define that as a safety concern. So that safety concern might be concern that you're going to hurt yourself, or that you're going to hurt someone else, or that other people are going to get hurt, or that somebody else is thinking about harming themselves or someone else. I consider that a crisis. Or anytime that it's just like I have no idea where to start, right? So that's the knowledge, skills, maybe emotional energy, but safety for sure, I would consider a crisis. We talked in our last video about signs that you might need help. So if you're seeing any of these signs, especially the more of those signs that you're seeing, that's a time to ask for some help. So why do we need help? Like what's the deal? I mean, simply put, we need each other. That is part of being a human. We are very interconnected and very interdependent, and we need community. So getting help from other people is how we learn how to help ourselves. Another thing is that people really love you and want to help you. So if you think about it, I think about a situation where I had a tree fall down in my yard after a whole bunch of other stuff that I was handling, but that tree falling in my yard was like the thing that took me over the edge. Like emotional bandwidth, didn't have it. Knowledge and skill, didn't have it. Resources, didn't have it. And it occurred to me that my friend Jim loves me, loves to chainsaw, loves to help people. And I had this moment where I was like, aha, asking for help is a kindness because it allows other people to feel good. Of course, the people who love you want to help you. There's all kinds of people who don't even know you who want to help you because it feels good to help. So offer people that kindness by asking for help. So, how do we do it? So, I'll have you pause and brainstorm. What are the many different ways that you can ask for help? Simplest way is, hey, I need help. Shifting gears a little bit, thinking about helping a friend, two things. First, we ask, and then we work to connect them. That might be connecting them to coping skills, resources, support, might be any number of things, but simply working to be present. So, again, putting away phones and trying to show them that you're there. Creating a sense of safety, meaning getting quiet and really actively listening with them, giving them that permission to be honest about how they're feeling, especially if what they're feeling is not great. Maybe they're not sure they can share that. So we validate. Validate just simply means we help someone say, yeah, what you're feeling is legit. We want to normalize too. Like it's really normal. We all struggle sometimes. It is part of being alive. We want to collaborate. So you don't want to take over and try to like fix things for them. You want to walk alongside them and maybe see how you can support them. I always like to talk about holding hope gently and firmly, meaning if I'm in a really, really bad spot and I can't see hope, might not be helpful for you to say to me, it's all great, it's gonna be fine, just think positive. That might ring not very true to me and may unintentionally cause me to feel like I can't really share how I'm feeling. So we want to acknowledge that sometimes it's hard to feel hopeful, which isn't the same thing as there is no hope. So holding hope gently and firmly. That makes me feel good. So, the way you can help someone is a skill that we've already practiced, asking how are you and meaning it, and then sharing what you've noticed. So, noticing what are those signs that indicated to you that you might be concerned, might be agitation or withdrawal. You haven't seen them as much anymore. If they've been sounding hopeless or just not taking care of themselves as well. What are you doing to cope? So, how are you taking care of yourself given you've got this extra stress going on in your life? And who else are you talking to about this? We always want to work to connect to help, whether that be, again, our own internal resources and the things that help us take care of ourselves, even better, leaning into community. So, ask how are you? Share what you've noticed. Validate and normalize. It's really common for people to struggle sometimes. Thanks for being honest with me about how you're doing. It really sucks you're going through that. Offering help, knowing that help is available, you can share that with them, but asking them what they're doing to cope and who else they're talking to. Asking them if they have ideas of what might help. That's the collaboration piece. And important, as we talked about in our last episode, if you're concerned about safety, including risk of suicide, tell them I'd like to connect you to help and get that help immediately. Don't wait around for that. If you are a peer to them, I would say it's really important that that information doesn't just stay between the two of you. And especially if you are a young person, really want to make sure that you get an adult in on that conversation because that's a real heavy lift for anyone. So we want to make sure that we're getting additional humans involved. So, let's say it's your friend. They've confided in you. Thank you for telling me. I'm concerned enough about you. I want to make sure that we are able to connect with a teacher that you trust, or a parent or caregiver, or a school counselor, right? So, getting an adult involved in that situation to help guide. And if you need to, calling 988 or 911, and going to an emergency room if you're really concerned about that safety. Going to give you an opportunity to reflect and think about a time you helped someone else and what it was like and how it benefited you. It feels good to help people, like I said. Also, might want to think about then what the benefits of asking for help are. How might you benefit from being that person who says, hey, I need help? And your challenge for the week is to practice asking someone for help. Could be something like, my hands are full of groceries. Will you open the door, please? Or something deeper like, hey, I've had this on my mind. Can we talk about it? As always, I'll remind you, and it's the theme of today, asking for help when you need it. There's those national resources, like we said, 988 and 741-741. Additional resources on additional things are available here. And as always, I want you to activate your learning from today, thinking about something you're going to take away from today's conversation, how you're going to activate that learning. So what your next steps are, plugging it into your calendar or scheduling a time to debrief with your best friend or going to the school counselor. And again, who are you going to lean on? Leaning into community as a part of taking care of yourself. Oh, and look, here's Snazzy Pants demanding the love that you deserve. So he knows how to ask for help when he needs it. He needed my hand to scratch his ear. So thank you, everybody. As always, I'm very glad you're here, and I can't wait to see you for our next episode. Have a wonderful day, and take care of you.